Hey YouTube, it's Katrina. Welcome to day 39 of The Orbit. Today I finished reading Mitch Albom's Have a Little Faith, which came out last year in 2009. Mitch Albom is also the author of two books that you might know, Tuesdays with Morrie and 5 People You Meet in Heaven, as well as 3 other books so far. And I did read Tuesdays with Morrie, and the rest of his books are on my list of reading material. But this was a great book. So let me just read to you what was on the jacket about it, just a piece of it. Albom's first nonfiction book since Tuesdays with Morrie, Have a Little Faith, begins with an unusual request. An 82-year-old rabbi from Albom's old hometown asks him to deliver his eulogy. Feeling unworthy, Albom insists on understanding the man better, which throws him back into a world of faith he left years ago. Meanwhile, closer to his current home, Albom becomes involved with a Detroit pastor, a reformed drug dealer and convict, who preaches to the poor and homeless in a decaying church with a hole in its roof. Moving between their worlds, Christian and Jewish, African American and white, impoverished and well-to-do, Albom observes how these very different men employ faith similarly in fighting for survival, the older suburban rabbi embracing it as death approaches, the younger inner city pastor relying on it to keep himself and his church afloat. So this book I really enjoyed because I'm somebody who believes in tolerance and the possibility of coexistence of people of all different walks of life and beliefs. So this book does a really great job at speaking to that. And that's in a nutshell. But there's so many great things about this book. One awesome thing is that 1/10 of the earnings, or the profits from the book, will go to a charity. And it's called the Hole in the Roof Foundation, and it basically helps out decaying centers of worship all around America. And there's going to be a link to the website down there if you want to go check it out. So yeah, there's one story in here too. He talks about his talks with the rabbi and his talks with the pastor, and the rabbi's name he calls him Reb. And there's this little passage that I'll read. It's from page 225, and it's one of my most favorite little stories. And I think that it doesn't matter who you are, you can learn a lot from this. The Reb once gave a sermon in which heaven and hell were shown to a man. In hell, people sat around a banquet table, full of exquisite meats and delicacies, but their arms were locked in front of them. That. If you straighten them out, locked. They were just locked in. Unable to partake for eternity. "This is terrible," the man said. "Show me heaven." He was taken to another room, which looked remarkably the same, another banquet table, more meats and delicacies. The souls there also had their arms out in front of them. The difference was they were feeding each other. I love that story, and I was so excited to see it there. I actually had the opportunity to meet Mitch Albom because this past year he came to my undergraduate alma mater to give a talk actually about this book. So I was able to photograph him because I was the yearbook photographer, one of them, and yeah, so there's this long line of people buying the book, and he was signing them. So this book I borrowed it from Liz, so shout out to Liz. He signed it, so you can see right there. See, it says Liz on top, so remember that it's Liz's. It's funny. But yeah, have a little faith. That's all you can do, right? But fast read, just a little over 250 or a little under 250. Let me double check. A little under 250. And it's great. I don't know what else to say about it. But what else is happening today? It's really hot here. And I am going to go soon to get either frozen yogurt or ice cream or something cold. That's the plan. Alrighty, so that's all for today. You can walk, it's fine. That's all for today, and I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, have a good one.